Hello, class and Instructor Roberts. My name is Jonathan Calhoun. I come to you today from Hall County Fire Services Station 8 in Flowery Branch, Georgia, um, for my presentation for the Fire Instructor 1 course at Athens Tech. My background in the fire service is 15 years total experience. Started as a volunteer in 2002 in West Virginia. I got my first career job just a couple years later working for the city of Paintsville, Kentucky. Um, Obtained my paramedic licensure in 2006. Moved to Georgia in 2009. I'm currently a firefighter 2, paramedic and field training specialist with Hall County Fire Services. My presentation for the class is going to be the tactic of vent, enter, isolate, search. It's been a topic of much debate in the fire service for a long time whether or not VEIS, which the I has been recently added to the what used to be called VES because of the importance of isolation of the compartment that you're operating in. A lot of times people still refer to it as VES, but recently, the last couple years, isolation has become an important factor of because of the fire conditions in the room will remain tenable for the rescuer and for the victim. This topic has been of much debate, and some people consider it an extremely aggressive topic in which risk does not outweigh benefit. I'm going to show you how that risk does by far outweigh the benefit. As we know, most of our fires, most of our saves are made in bedrooms. So the conventional wisdom of entering through the front door, searching off the line or without the line if you have enough personnel available initially, if you have your truck company on scene or a squad or something like that that can go do a faster search without the line. Entering through the front door through the back door may not be the best option because, as we know, fire doubles in size every 30 to 60 seconds. With most of our saves being made in bedrooms, especially in hours when we have fires, throughout the night, where people may be cut off and trapped in those bedrooms, it does make sense, and the risk does outweigh the benefit for us to enter through a window with knowledge that that is a bedroom window and that there is possibly or probably a victim in those rooms if the conditions are tenable, and we'll be able to execute the rescue without much danger to ourselves or others. If we pull up on our typical bread and butter house fire, whether it's a 3-2 ranch, 1,500, 1,800 square foot home, or as my case today, being at the lake station for Hall County with all these large lake houses, we can still basically deduce from the size of the windows, from the positioning of the windows, and from the layout of the home up on 360, which windows are going to be bedrooms. The tactic of vent, enter, isolate, search works well for those that are understaffed, which staffing here is not so much of a problem. We get about 20 to 25 people on first alarm residential fire, and anything over 2,500 square foot gets you an extra engine company, extra truck company. So, but that first arriving unit may be in a predicament of being short-handed. Well, can you effectively search an entire home with just the first arriving 3 people plus a med unit? Probably not in a quick and effective manner without the fire doubling in size. Plus, you've got to worry about getting water on the fire also in that quick manner. So, one person can effectively throw a 24-foot ladder without much difficulty, but you don't even have to do that technically with VES. You can do it with a roof ladder. Just a 14-foot roof ladder will reach any second-story window that we're going to encounter. So my class that I would teach has stuff that's been passed down to me through the training department here, also through the a couple classes I've had the opportunity to take, one at City of Covington and also from the guys at Magic City Truck Company. All those classes are great, highly recommended. You can take them at MAFC this year if you choose, but highly recommended material. My class would be fairly short as far as the didactic learning portion of the class. My class would basically be get in 45 minutes worth of lecture, safety briefing, let's go over our equipment that we're going to utilize today, get a quick idea of it, and let's get in the burn building. Let's practice these things. Let's practice under live fire conditions, zero visibility conditions. We practice it without the advantage of a tick, with two people, one person spotting from the ladder or both people in the window, either way, because it does work better with two. It can be done with just one. But we would do that to show you the difficulties of that, and then do an oriented tick-based search, in which we'd have one person drop in the window, the next person spotting the door to tick, calling out the door to the rescuer, closing the door first to isolate the compartment, checking down the hallways, hook your foot around the door, look both ways down the hallway, call out, and then pull back in, close the door, and begin your search at that time. We would discuss different places that are likely to find people, whether it be by the doors, underneath window sills, trying to find that means of egress before they became incapacitated by the conditions that were surrounding them. And basically it'd just be work. We would also have to practice, removing victims down ladders, safely and effectively. Different techniques for that. Also different techniques for raising your victim to the windowsill, because dead weight's heavy. We all know dead weight's heavy, but there's several techniques that we could utilize to assist us in getting that person to a position where we can effectively remove them from the window. So you practice that a few rounds, break off into groups, and then ready your equipment, make it happen as fast as you can. Remove your victim as fast as you can, throw your ladders safely, effectively, proper rescue angles, and all those sorts of things to help us along. I feel like that the use of this tactic is a great benefit and makes us more efficient in our primary role. Our primary role includes rescuer first and foremost. I mean, the preservation of life, then property. So we need to focus more on rescue, and initially in the first few minutes of a scene, if there's a possibility of victims, this tactic can be used. It can be used safely, and it can be effective in removing our victims from the hazardous environment before we worry about putting water on the fire, or they can be done concurrently with proper planning and incident command being on board with it. So I hope to get a chance to teach this. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you.